Ajimai Joseph, Community 9. Erajua Judith in a brick. Pascal in Wager. Koji ahini nana apredi hine. Nana Kwesi Ave in Cambodia. Sami in a Kropon Wekiapem. Himia Nanaya Sama and the Prince Rabbi all tuned in. Che Boache, tuned in from Bachona. Good evening to you, Louis. External producer Malik. Malik of Greco in Adenta. Malik's accolade in it also. I need to better. I can never get my tongue twisted around that name. Joseph Kwashi in Westland. Oh yeah, if it's good, it must definitely happen twice. Need to Joe in Tema New Town. The one and only Ken Oforiata listening from the USA. Ziggy, is his number a USA number? Ken Oforiata. No, but it says WhatsApp, so maybe he's there using his WhatsApp number. Belinda Ofori, Kotam Estates, also doing the listening. Alfred Nazer, I see you. Mr. Agla, I see you. Dr. Riafe Akenten, University of Ghana. Reverend Chadier, all the way up north. Stephen Jampo, Koforidia. Uncle Sam in Botiano Retop. Chief Nurujin, Chief of the Gunja Youth in Accra. Great man. Nino Gento all the way in Exhibition Petroleum. Lennox Adu in Dewu Equiapem. Sophie Hayford in the house. Elvis Dunklin connecting from Awoshi. Good evening to you, Rookie Inside Hacho. AJ Norte in Kofrodia, now in Adenta Barrier. Emmanuel from Adenta. Frank Nero Jr. of CBG. Good evening to you, Lawyer Martin Pebu. The bosses say playtime is over. Start the way we start. I bring you a very sad topic today. Folks, until the lions have their own historians, tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know, I'll say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao IV, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwemu Edumasa. And I say thank God it's Monday. Another fine opportunity for us to meet up as one people to perform radio's finest ritual. A ritual that I call That's My Opinion. Yep, a ritual called That's My Opinion. And it's only your Joy 99.7 FM Mondays at this time. Join us if this is your first time. And our topic today, folks, a nation of repeated problems. A nation of repeated problems. Let us all gather and make truth good. A nation of repeated problems. Amazing. Now, I've been doing this ritual for some time now, indeed, quite some time. And there are certain programs which, due to our nature, I could just repeat word for word. Maybe just change the date and a couple of names, but otherwise, the same. Just year in, year out. Just the same. Just come and do the show, and it will still be valid. We have simply, as a people, lost the will or fortitude to say never again, which is one of human attributes, particularly Africans in general. Something befalls you and you say, no, this is it. But we have somehow along the line, as a group of persons, whether singular or individual or whatever it is, we have just lost that fortitude, that will to say, as for this, never again. Now, I remember doing a show some time ago on Galamsey, and I said that, look, the devastation that Galamsey brings upon this our environment, per our track record, if we don't nip this thing in the bud and spread, becomes widespread, we are doomed, because we just will not have any will or anything in us to stop it. And I guess I can say I told you so. We just say, yeah, I don't know. We will not, even if the thing is going to kill us, even if it kills us, we are unable to stop it. Folks, that's how serious it is. Even if the thing kills us, we are unable to stop it. Once it starts, sets motion, that's all. But folks, you see, I hope we find within ourselves that energy with which we are able to reform matters to do with elections. If we can approach all our problems as though it was elections. Folks, when it comes to elections, we don't leave mistakes hanging. If we vote this year and we find a loophole, that's it. The following elections is gone. And look at how far we've come from those wooden boxes to now transparent, to cutting down electorates per polling station so people don't wait too long. You check your name before you vote, and then we even added one. After you've checked your name and checked your picture, you now do a thumbprint biometric. I mean, it's like fluid. Anything to make sure that the system is efficient. Change is swift on election matters. So it means we are capable of change. But maybe only to the things that we seem important. And for us, it's elections or suicide. Any other thing can go to hell. When it's elections, folks, the speed, we find the money. We find the logistics. We get biometric machines. Some don't work. They will replace it. The battery will die. They'll buy a battery. Just say, come high, come low. The system works. So somehow, we have that capability. But when it comes to planning, town planning, it's largely anything goes. In certain areas, it's just anything goes. You have my colleague chiefs who will sell, so let's say he's got like 10 acres of land. They will sell all the 10 acres of land, forgetting that, there's some acreage that should not be sold because that should be used for roads. Maybe even leave half an acre somewhere for Monday. There's going to be a police post or a fire post. When they come home and say, the police or the fire service can use it. Leave a land somewhere designated that maybe one day somebody will want to build a school, even though we won't give you the land for free, but buy that land and it's for school. Oh, no. Not my colleagues. they will sell practically everything. So the people who now move on the land have to now decide, you move your wall and let me move my wall so that we have a road. And you're driving through literally 10, 12 feet of lanes. That's now a road, instead of the usual 30 feet that should be left. It is largely anything goes. And the worst one is Joe Blocks will come, buy land, knows perfectly well the contours of the area. This is where all the water gathering from that side of the land will rush through this bit to the other side of the land. No seen a wall. Just wall it, build his house. And it's there. Flood the whole area. And then he sits in the house and say, show me human face, don't break the wall. And you ask yourself, how about all the other guys flooding? Don't they have a face that has to be seen as human? But that's what we got into. That's what we got into. And you know what? It happens year in, year out. Year in, they will come, a minister will come. Hey, today, Kokotako, we are going to break this house. We will break that house. Knock at 2 houses, gets a call from somewhere, they stop until the next rains. Until the next rains. So we have two folds, folks. We have people who literally have been able to work, save, and get money. Then they go and buy flood-prone land and put their investment on it. Then there's the other one, where you have the local authorities who see this house coming up every day till they plaster it, put windows in it, paint it, put a gate, put air conditioning in it, and somebody moves in and then they come and say, yes, now I'm going to break it down. And you know the beauty of it? They get to keep their jobs. That's the beauty. They get to keep their jobs, and then by the time, because the month have ended, by now they've been paid. They've been paid by now. Question account to my, but Yawaya is gonna go to. And again, every year it will happen. There is no will, there is no fortitude to say no. This thing cannot happen. This thing cannot happen. Blocked drains, over paving, of our area. The paved areas, everywhere is now paved. And so there's now more water rushing. And since there's more water rushing, the drains are also not big enough. And as small as the drains are, they are also choked. So all these factors are there, but still, they remain there. Folks, the factors still remain there. And next year I can come on the show and just tell Ziggy, say, hey, Kati hono kakrama miniambo, because it will be the same. So minister will go and stand somewhere, say, I'm coming to break this house. So there will be some drain somewhere choked. I can get Ziggy, say, Ziggy, Kati, in fact, Kati told him next year, June, yeah, we just hit play, and it was the same thing. We will not tune in and say, Charlie, there's been a revolution in town planning. If you dare go near waterways, you're doomed. So that people who are even thinking of going to build in such areas will double check with the planning division. Say, look, am I allowed to build here? And then number two, those who sit and watch to make these things happen, if they lose their jobs and pensions and sack dishonorably, they too would wake up. But somehow, folks, we can't. But flooding has become topical today for obvious reasons. The rains are in. Nearly 2,000 people. By the time we hit December, probably 2,500 gone on road transport, road carnage. As soon as it sets January, King has started countdown. In fact, next January, you know what we do? We have to write, let's say, 2,500, boom. And then as people die, we just minus it. Instead of tabulating up, we're working down to see if you be using up 2,500. Maybe people will set up. Yeah, you just write 2,500. So by January, we are 300. No, what is I got 2,200. We have 1,000 more to die. We have 600 more to die. And see if by December we'll finish the two. How is this possible? How is this possible? Because again, on the roads, everything goes. Road is bad. Driver is bad. Car condition is not perfect. And you add all this cocktail and then it's like, boom. Mass murder. Can we change it? No. No. We talk about the numbers. We talk about the numbers. We count to 2,400, 2,500, and then we reset to zero for January. But I'm saying next January, we won't reset to zero. We'll set it at, boom, 2,500, and we'll start deducting. Why are we so afraid of change? What happened along the line? Folks, President Mahama, God bless his soul, comes in, starts this road revolution, which is so much needed. You drive on the roads. And it's like by the time they'll finish this road, if they ever finish, most people would have to just sell off their cars and buy a new car. Roads are bad and rough and muddy and, no health and safety, no respect, no regard for road users. Why? Because contractor be here quiet. Doesn't care. Nothing. Does not care. Doesn't care. Would it change? No. We haven't got that willpower to say, listen, you treat people decently, and if you're going to create a diversion, make sure it's smooth enough for people to go, because it has been factored in the contract. It is paid for. It is not a favor. Folks, I can list to BC where children are just, become so, nearly mad in terms of the urgency to cheat and rob in exams. And come next year, the same thing. Teachers will be nicked, the schools, papers will be cancelled. Why? Because of examination malpractices over and over and over. And yet, that one day we could have people just sit, people have given suggestions like, look, why should it even be one standard paper? Change the questions. Give different regions different questions, so that, But are we going to do it? No. It's not elections. It's not that important for Africans. And I've said this before, that if you go to most traditional areas, there's something that they swear by. And that thing could be an event, could be a misfortune, whatever it is that happened. And they swear by, say, as for this, it will never happen to us again. And today, even though these things may have happened 300-400 years ago, till today, they will still swear an oath that as for this thing, which means whatever happened on that day, they have vowed that it will never happen. It means we were a people who had the spirit of saying never again. How did we flip the bar so much that, it's bordering on something really weird? It's bordering on something really, really weird. Rains are coming. We know where the path of the water is. But Joe Blocks has built his house there, so the water won't pass. It means everybody in the area will get flooded. Those along the Wager, the dam will get filled up. They'll open it. There's a channel where the water has to go. Encroached, built upon. Folks, a nation of repeated problems. A nation of repeated problems. then I wish that I knew where we got wrong along the line. I don't know. But there's democracy, too much competition, so maybe if you're too hard, your opponent will take advantage of it. Just guessing. But you see, the worrying part is if it gets to the point where it's killing you, and the whole idea of Viasi is life and death. I mean, that's the ultimate, life and death. That's the ultimate, life and death. When decisions are being taken, whatever, if it's life, is it life and death? And if it's yes, everything is done to make sure it doesn't happen again. It doesn't happen again. Now, I remember once upon a time, there's this soldier who, went on this mission, got his leg shot off, came back home, he's in a wheelchair, and his parents wanted to build a bungalow behind their house, just a, one bed, thing behind their house so that he can use his wheelchair to access it. And the county said that no, this area, the planning permission doesn't allow for that. So yeah. And even the English people got so angry. So what are you talking about? This guy has gone to war for the country. He's gotten shot. He's not asking you for anything. He just wants to build his own, just one bed, bina, or funny wheelchair and more money planning permission to do it. If you look at that and the extreme, where somebody can just come and put anything anywhere, where did we go wrong? How do we turn it around? Because we should. Because if really life and death doesn't matter, what else does? If life and death does not matter, then what else? Then what else? But I'll leave it so that you also, add your voice to it. Maybe you can say, oh, Nana, what are you talking about? We've changed, things were not so. I mean, I didn't even want to bore you. I was going through graphic, right from 1960. The rains are back again. The floods are in again. Through the 70s, through the 80s. It's just like on and on and on and on. Every June around this time, you look at the graphic front page and something like this has happened. Yes, there are flash floods that, you can't do anything about it. Sudden rain, too much rain, so the place gets flooded, and then a few minutes later, it goes away. That's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about normal rains. That its channel has been blocked, and so it just sweeps through people's property and causes mayhem. We're talking about just driving from here, point A to point B, and just becoming a lottery because the roads are bad, the driving discipline is low, and the car's condition not the perfect. When something bad happens, we must find it within ourselves to change the laws, to put things in place to make sure that that thing doesn't happen again. This one says, hi, Nana, the issue you're raising is serious as nobody in the state office cares again because nothing will happen to them at the end of the day. No public officer going into it cares again. It's a free day and means to connive, create, loot the money in the office and even share, even if you will cause death. Now to this, let us use the swearing in, using the thunder gods to force everyone going into state office to act by terms and conditions made in the vows made. If they fail, they pay by death. Francis in Accra. But Nana Kwesi is on the line. Hello, Nana Kwesi. Yes, sir.
Hey, this one, yeah. It's like the same thing we've been saying all this one.
That's really busy. I should have even looked in the past and you don't come back, repeat.
I say, when I was a child there, Not much has changed though. All the issues that persisted when I was a child, it's still there till today. Okay, you use the election as an example because that is what the people that we trust the country with, the people who make the biggest decision for us. No, and then they hear more. It's all about the power. Now this thing, I don't know how many times you should say it. It's all about the power for them. So yes, of course, they will do everything to make sure that here we are. No. And so if they say something is wrong, they will have to fix it because of the fallacy you see the area no. And no one will hear no. Now look at these people who are building at this Ramsar size and all these cities. The land, let's assume that some Obikran at all assassin we are some of these people you only get permits to build if you have an indenture, right? Mm-hmm. It's not land commission that on indenture no. Land commission knows some of these places whereby nobody has to own, nobody has to build that. But when these people go and they are going to the indenture, they do it for them anyway. Nana, they do it for them. And after that, then we will come to the various districts whereby there are some people who are there who know the right thing. Some don't have permits, some have permits. And the assembly will watch on for God knows how long. Nana, today somebody was saying that when you go into the assembly, they don't have cars or motorbikes to move around. But Nana, look at this crazy thing. The moment you start building, even if you are in a hole, they will find you and come and write stop work to do permit. Nana, isn't it crazy? They can find you, even if you are in a hole. They can find you and come and write on your wall, stop work, produce permit. Whether you are bidding at the right place or not, but the moment you go and see them and pay whatever you have to pay, they'll give you permit to come and build at where you are not supposed to build at. Nana, so the various institutions has failed us. I don't know whether they are not enabled or they are scared or what. At the end of the day, President appoints CEOs to help most of these institutions. So how far? Nana, so this issue that we are talking about, at the end of the day, we've given all. It's all about establishing the politician, and I also blame the people because we trust them. They keep failing us. Look at this issue we are talking about. Even today's matter, it's not today's matter. It's like this. You see, on the Hacho stretch going to Kwabenya from Atomic on the Hacho stretch. You see, when you go out before you get to make it on the left side, that place, I don't know what that place is, but it looks like you are not supposed to go there. During the last administration, I don't know who has come to Obi Nabeto said the person started developing the place. They came to stop the person. Recently, I've seen I've seen that they came to remove whatever they used to cover, and the construction has stopped again. Why can't we do this once and for all? Who is that person in this country? Your friend is saying, the president was saying the people who are giving permits and doing this, we are going to go after them. We don't need the president to tell us that, because they are institutions who are supposed to make sure that somebody does not fool. Nana, we make laws for us, and we establish institutions to enforce the laws, because we know that when you leave people to do as they please, they will continue fooling and misbehave. And any institution said they should make sure these laws are enforced. So why are they doing their job? They should let us know. Because as much as the politicians are failing us, they are also failing us. So they should let us know what the issue is. Good evening, Nana.
Good evening to you. Question 0302216541. 0302216541. We're talking about, this painful culture or tradition of just living through our woes, and then we just sit down, wait for the following year, then it just comes back, hits us again. It comes back, hits us again. And sometimes, or most of the time, the solutions are there. We know the solution. And I know you know the solution. But still, Hajiman Joseph is on the line. Hello, Hajiman Joseph.
great thing.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
you're doing well.
I'm very good, my brother.
Yeah, Nana, you are talking about a lot of issues. I want to take one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about our youth. And this is this is not science again. It's one of the problems that we are facing with our youth. Because under those things, a lot of food and goods are being carried by this ways. So when it happens like that, on our road, I mean, we are free from this load that is causing problems on our road. And also, the MP or those who are working on that, I believe what the charge from the contractors is a result that they are not able to do quality work. And what I heard was a rumor that a certain Chinese company wanted to do the railways for them, use it to approve for 30 years. And the government at that time, wow. And even that 30 years ago, we create a lot of employment opportunities. So why was it not? We need a railway in all the sectors. I mean, from Saturday to Accra, Nibali to Kumasi, like our routes are going to be free. Can't think of it. So the railways, I think you have to use that type of protection. That's very good for the this one.
God bless you too for listening and even calling. Good evening, Ansah Kwao IV. Good evening, Nana. The continent of repeated problems can equally be apt. Africa in the era of weak leadership. All our issues are repeated scenes. We shut down the country because of a hoax, COVID-19, common catarrh with severe symptoms. Why not treat every day like it's lockdown season? Weekly updates, sanctions, and all. With all these international bodies, UN, AU, WHO, G7, and all, yet chaos is prevalent more than ever. What kind of leaders do we continuously vouch for? From war crimes to presidential kidnaps, unprovoked attacks on other sovereignties. Yet, with all this, we still keep mute. God's own Ghana deserves better than MPP and NDC, period. Shem Mexin Yabua, Bruce Barbecue. Hello, Daniel is on the line. Daniel, good evening.
Nana, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
In fact, God should continue to bless you
Amen.
for
Bless
even the topics that you do select. Now, some of us, we say we are citizens of Tema.
Mm-hmm.
But we are a few guys who were born in Tema, Community 5, precisely the railway quarters. And these days, when you visit that vicinity, it's sad. Let me go back to somewhere in 1997. There was a very heavy rain. I may be wrong, neither 96, 97. And between Sakumono, come to 10, 11, 12, 6, and 3, that enclave. If you are somebody who have lived there before and you saw what the water did, every reasonable human being, you will never get involved to put apartments in that area. And the sad aspect is, if not half of them, at least have a handful of people who saw it that time they were working at TDC. And these same people has given permit for people to build around them. It's so sad. Some of us, we have had opportunities to travel outside and come. And when you look at China, Nana, you can travel from here to Accra, only the land. But at a particular place where you have houses, it can house about 200 to 400. So our problem has to do with our land tenure system way back. It was not managed well. How can you live in a country, there's a chief, there is president, the chief and the president who has more powers? Universal set and soft set, who has more power? That is where we have gotten to as a country. It's very sad. You understand? Thank you very much.
Thank you too, my brother. Nana, you will come back next year talking about this same issue. This is from Lennox. They work up him. No, so I can say next year I'm going to get Ziggy to just cut the tape, just to save me the energy. And this one says, "Good evening, Nana Ansah Kwao. Please, the last caller was wrong. Lands Commission don't give indenture. The indenture comes from the allodial owners of the land or guarantor. Thanks." Charles is on the line. Hello, Charles.
Hello, Nana. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, thank you very much for this eye-opening. I would say an opening. This is something lesson learned over and over again. Now, let's make a quick countdown.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there's been certain issues in this country that we say never again. I remember the flood that happened in Circle that killed over 123 people.
Yeah.
So I'm saying never again, flood shouldn't happen again. Then there was this issue about Galamsey that took away the gallant men of this nation. They are so rest in peace. I know him very personally.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, this thing should never happen again because of Galamsey. What is happening now? I travel from Kansas to Kiko, and the road construction is a mess. I think they are doing a favor. No regard for the laid out roads that are being done, road bumpy, muddy. If it's raining and you travel at dawn, you don't take care. You slip over with your car because it's very muddy. I don't know the lessons that we are learning from. And I remember very well that when once upon a time there was just a bucket that was read on, a bucket that was read that the road toll will be taken away. Just a day after, a minister took a pen and a paper, wrote it, and bam, it was cancelled. So can the same thing be done for this country? There are certain things that happen. A pen and a paper can just be taken, and then something is done, and that thing is never going to happen again in this country. But we look on and watch on, and it's so painful. It pains. Oh God! Thank you, Nana.
Thank you very much, and I really, really share that pain. It is painful, right? That contractors been given a road, millions and millions. I mean, we're not talking cheap. I mean, we are paying top dollar for the road, and they just come on the road, scrape off all the bitumen, just take their time. Potholes. I mean, really, really bad, terrible, and nothing. And you wonder, is that how roads are done? Could one side have been done before the other? I don't know. Maybe I say, road technology can nearby but from the layman side, it just looks too wicked. Too wicked. Now I support Nana Kwesi, the first caller. The institutions have failed us, and that's where we need to start prosecuting people from. They will take the job seriously, else they will keep repeating the same mistakes, and the people who caused them will be left. Hence, the problem cycle opens window for them to create loots and share, pretending to fix issues. AJ Norte. Isaac is on the line. Hello. Oops. Hello, Isaac.
Hello.
Hi. Oops, your line dropped. 0302 216 541. People need to be sacked, honestly. People need to be sacked, really, really dishonorably. And I'm sure once you clear like 100, 200 people, the rest will sit up. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. There's something that also says that once you are in a government institution, as we can, everything goes. But Larry's on the line. Hello, Larry.
Good evening, Nana.
Good evening, Larry. Larry, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tesno.
Let me hear you, my brother.
Yes, I think life is right. our institutions have failed us big time. Because looking at what we're going through now, every year it's a recurring issue. And still nothing is being done about it. It's so sad. So I was the first caller. I think our institutions must do their work and do it diligently. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you too. But yeah. I think the institutions. I don't know who's in charge of sacking people in the institutions, but I'm saying we're clear. Nipa bakum we are the rest will sit down. John Boy. Oh, okay. Now this is what you're gonna put. I have reasons to believe that the Kaswa Winneba road contractor has a big man in his pocket because disregard for road users, residents and citizens in this country is such a shame. This is from Kwame Adom. Local contractors should learn from the Chinese who did the beach road to La. They did it bit by bit with less destruction. I think we'll come and do this local contractor business, because I was one of the people who are advocating, say, you have to give the local contractor the ability to grow, build our own industry and everything, but I think they are taking us for granted. They are really, really taking us for granted. But Joseph is on the line. Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Nana. Good evening.
Good evening. Let me hear you, my brother.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm saying that, you see, in Ghana, if we don't rise to the occasion to teach ourselves, to reset our minds to a certain pattern that will benefit us, our future is so bad. Because leaders will come, leaders will go. But if you and I don't change our minds and purpose that we want to do what is right to help our present situation and prevent bad things from happening in the future, we do not have a better future. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you too for that call. There should be a rule that says, okay, you're in charge of road carnage. This year, 2,500 people died, and so we are going to hit the number down to 0. Until by next year, reduce it by 30%. If you don't, boom, you're out. Next year, reduce it by 30%, boom, you're out. If you live in a flooded area, I don't know how it to be calculated, but look, if this amount of water cannot go through your drains and dissipate, you're out. Some targets, something. Because as a moment, they say, absolutely no respect. Like I said, roads and the contractors. Ansah Kwao IV. I think that would be the title. Ansah Kwao IV. Considering the monies, top dollar, top, expensive. Then they're giving that money. They treat us like animals. special thank you to my producers, Nana Kweku Emisa. Oliver and the legendary Ziggy, our international producers. Regardless of the location, they will produce you. Good evening to you, Dr. Dapa. Folks, that's what we do every Monday. I bring a topic, we jojo, sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but we do it agreeably, we do it with decency. I am Ansah Kwao IV, and until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Lois is poised for the news bulletin. And until next Monday, God willing, we'll be back to do this all over again.